show, and the first time I went in there, it was an outdoor thing, so I put my art, my supposed art out there, and I can't remember if nowadays if I still have those pieces or not. I think two of them I know I sold, not at the show, but along the way to a friend, and that was for $200 and a pound of grass. And the $200 went to pay bills, and the pound of grass went to my mind, I guess.
That's not a bad trade.
But I always regret that I lost them. And so I created another piece in stead, remembering the one piece that I sold. And when I came in first, I felt real good about it because I was young and impressionable, and it had like $150 first prize or something.
That's good. That's always good.
And so, by the time we paid our gas and everything else, and I got over having one piece getting broken along the route, we bought tickets at the theater that was there in the mall, and got to see B.B. King and the Shy Lights.
Awesome.
Double bill.
Awesome.
And I said, yeah, that was a good trip. We did okay there.
Definitely.
And then I seen the little articles that came out in the local paper there and they said that the other artists were incensed that I was getting first place for showing a bunch of crap and all that.
Incensed. Well, tough titties, right?
Well, that was it. And the next year I went down and I think I got honorable mention or something, which didn't get me no dough or nothing.
Well,
But
can't
it
win
was
them all.
still recognition. And my object was to just watch the people that got to look at this stuff,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what the heck it was I was showing them. Because there were probably about 6 pieces at the most that I had together.
The feedback's really helpful, don't you think?
Yes.
That's the most helpful part of showing, I think, personally.
Yeah, that's exactly. And so, so that was the local shows around,
Mm-hmm.
Art Institute used to have a rental gallery down in the basement, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd have to submit 3 pieces of your work, and they use it for rental. And it was something like for 90 days or something like that, they'd hold on to them. And so I put a piece in, and it got accepted. And I was like, wow, hot doggy, And I went down there the first time to visit it, and it was sitting right by the members' door to go into the membership, to the meeting room, I guess, in the back. And I went, oh, not too bad. And second time I came down there to look at it, it moved to a further wall away from the members' thing. And when I asked about it, they said, oh, we shift them all around and that. I went, oh, okay. Third time I came down, it was in the back room. And I went, I says, I understand shifting around, but who's going to buy something in the back? Who's going to rent from the back room?
I don't like the trend of this shift.
Yeah. And the fourth time around, it still was in the back room. I went, just what kind of papers do I got to sign? I'll take this thing home with me now.
Yeah.
And I took it home and ended up selling it on the side.
Oh, well, that's good. It's a fickle beast, the art world, isn't it?
I mean, who could get upset with the Statue of Liberty sitting in a toilet bowl, basically, is what it was.
Well, the Art Institute, nobody should get upset about that.
It was a piece on pollution, actually.
Uh-huh.
Because New York at that time, they still do, I'm sure they just don't advertise. The media nowadays doesn't cover it. But they were showing how the Atlantic, they were taking the ships out from New York out into the Atlantic and dumping all their garbage out there from the ships. And they had this massive 3-mile or 5-mile square, roughly, of garbage just floating, but it was all floating back toward New York.
Yeah, I think the Pixies wrote a song about that.
Probably. And so I created this piece on it, you know, and I had dirty water in there and everything else, and a couple of cigarette butts floating around, which is, to me, indicative of garbage kind of thing. And they didn't like it. They moved it to the back room. I said,
Wow.
"Well, screw it.
Did they not like politically
They didn't like the
motivated
political
art to
part
begin
of it.
with, huh?
That I had the Statue of Liberty there in the unclean water.
That just don't seem right.
Sucked. So,
Well, thank you, Joe Road.
all right.